Oh, there's a new game here. Let's check it out.
Okay. Damn. Graphics looks good. Alright. Time to select the number of players. Yeah. Just you and me, Amanda. Alright. 2 players and... Oh, shit. Oh, crap. Never mind, it's loading already. Let's wait and see. Amanda. Is this supposed to happen? Oh my god, Amanda!
Oh my god, what's happening? Oh my god! Oh my god!
I think we're in a game.
Oh my god! Hey! Marx, why are you here?
Hey, Marx!
Then?
Hey guys, look at that guy over there.
Hey Marx, looks like your twin eh?
Hi, I'm Dr. Wantan Ran. Welcome to Fun Runner The Experience. Choose your player and let's go.
No, I'm much more handsome than him.
Shit.
Hey, why not we ask him for instructions on how to get out of that game?
Okay, sure.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wantan Ran. Welcome to Fun
He's just one of those animation guys.
Choose your
He
player
just gives
and let's go.
instructions.
Let's choose a player. Hey, you watching this video? Choose a character.
Let's go. We'll be analyzing the running technique of Marx. What is correct about his running form? Firstly, he is looking forward. Not only is this proper running form, but it is also a safer way to run because you can see what is coming and avoid falling. He is relaxed and clenches his fists slightly, which helps to maintain a sense of relaxation in the torso. His head movement also stays within the forehead and eyes range, which minimizes the distance he has to cover and improves the efficiency of his run. When you run, try to keep your stride low to the ground and focus on quick stride turnover. Too much up and down movement is wasted energy and can be hard on your lower body. The higher you lift yourself off the ground, the greater the shock you have to absorb when landing, and the faster your legs will fatigue. The moment his toes are off the ground, his legs are straight, which maximizes the push strength and generate more force. His knees are not caved inward and feet do not swing outwards, which prevent injuries. What are the areas he can improve on? First, let's look at the upper body. His chest should be up, which will enable him to run taller, more relaxed, and with fuller breaths. Bending forward at the waist while running reduces the range of movement available in the hip flexors, reducing the amount of tension you can achieve, and thus reducing the level of propulsion. Having restricted range of movement in the hip flexors can limit running efficiency. His arms are not swinging high enough and sway side to side instead of front to back. This uses up energy and prevents the body from propelling forward. His shoulder is rolling too much, which tightens the chest and restricts breathing. Now we will look at the lower body. His heels are striking the ground instead of forefoot, which resulted in overstriding. This wastes energy and may cause injury.
The correct running form that Amanda has are that her eyes are looking straight ahead. Her fists are relaxed and slightly clenched so there is no unnecessary tension in the arms. She is running tall and engaging her core. You can see this by her spine being straight, her chest is up and her shoulders are brought back and relaxed. As for her lower body, what is correct about her form is that at the point of toe off, her leg is straight, showing that maximum force is used to propel the body forward during lift off. There are many aspects of Amanda's running form which are incorrect or can be improved for maximum efficiency in running and to reduce her risk of injury. Firstly, there is excessive head bounce, as seen from her head bouncing the distance from the top of her head to her eyes. This means the energy goes to moving the body upwards instead of being effectively used to drive the body forwards. Secondly, there is not enough forward tilt of the body, so she is not using gravity to maintain her momentum. As for her arms, they cross the midline of her body and too much shoulder rotation, so energy is directed sideways instead of forwards. Her arm swing can also be improved. At certain points, the angle of her elbow bend is 90 degrees, but the 90-degree angle should be maintained throughout the arm swing. Now let's focus on the lower half of the body. We can observe that she runs with an obvious heel strike. The heel is striking the ground instead of the forefoot. In this form, the striking leg is straight so the joints are locked, which causes strain to the knee and hip joints on impact. We also see that she is overstriding substantially. This is a form of compensation to move forward faster because she does not have enough momentum coming from the forward tilt of her body. Her foot is landing in front of her center of gravity instead of directly below it. The toes of the left foot are pointing forward, which is good, but there is a slight external rotation of the right foot, and her knees are caving slightly inwards. There is a slight overpronation of both feet as well.
You tried.
Let's analyze Sean's running form.
First, let's analyze his good points. He has his eyes fixed forwards, which allows his momentum of the body to move forwards instead of downwards. He also shows efficient arm swing at 90 degrees, forwards and backwards past the waistline. This forwards and back arm swing provides momentum for the runner to move forward. He also has a slight forward body lean, which increases the efficiency of his run. Now moving to the lower part of the body, you can see that as he pushes off the ground with his foot, he toes off with a straight leg. This allows maximum lift-off and force. As the video slows down, and his front foot slowly comes into contact with the ground, it looks as if he's about to land with his heels. However, at the last moment, he lands with his forefoot, making sure that his stride is effective. This reduces unnecessary injury and shock for the joints at the knees and ankles. His foot strike is also in line with the center of gravity, ensuring that his stride is efficient. Now, let's look at some areas for improvement. Firstly, the upper body. Sean demonstrates excessive head bobbing or bouncing during his stride. This can be seen by the big difference between his eye level at maximum liftoff and the eye level at foot plant. This is a sign that the energy generated from his foot strike and liftoff is not used to move the body forwards and instead is moving the body upwards, causing the head bounce. This reduces the efficiency of each liftoff and as well as present risk for injuries. Sean also has to improve on his arm swing as his arms tend to flare out to the sides. All that momentum generated from his forwards and backwards arm swing will be lost if he continues to flare his arms to his side, instead of keeping his arm swing compact. Sean also can try to keep his shoulders back and relaxed so as to make his running experience more enjoyable and less tense. Analyzing his lower body, the only problem he shows is a slight overpronation of his ankles. If he continues to have his ankles overpronating, this may present a risk of injuries such as Achilles tendonitis and other joint problems.
take a look at the improper forms of running the three runners had, as well as the possible injuries sustained from them and how they can be corrected. So firstly, there was not enough forward lean of the body. This led to overstriding, which was used to compensate for increasing running speed. This may lead to injuries associated with overstriding, which will be covered later on. Runners should improve their form by using gravity to maintain momentum instead of overstriding. Two of the runners had excessive head bounce. The more vertical the movement of the body, the more impact when landing, and thus more strain is put on the joints. This repetitive strain can lead to shin splints, patellofemoral syndrome, pain in the hip joints, and Achilles tendonitis. To reduce vertical movement, correct overstriding. This is because a shorter stride will require less upward force. A short, low arm swing is also helpful in keeping one's stride short and close to the ground. The next error in form was a hunched over posture. This could lead to neck, shoulder, and back pain during and after running. This can be corrected by keeping an upright posture and drawing the shoulders back while running. Doing exercises to strengthen the core and upper body will help the runner engage the core better. Arm swing crossing the midline of the body can lead to injuries as well. Since the arms act as a counterbalance to hip rotation, not having a proper compact arm swing can affect mechanics of the lower body, resulting in various injuries. Inward knee swing can be caused by weak gluteus muscles. The runner's knees collapse inward when they run because their gluteus muscles may not be strong enough to support body weight, causing the weight to go to the knees instead. This can lead to stress fractures in the knee or in the shin. Therefore, doing exercises to strengthen the gluteus muscles will help correct this form. Heel strike and overstriding were also common injuries among the runners. These two improper techniques come hand in hand, so if a runner is overstriding, he will likely be striking heel first as well. In these incorrect forms, the front leg of the runner is being put in a poor position to absorb shock. The joints of the striking leg are locked, causing them to absorb the most force on impact. It also means that the joints will be supporting body weight for too long a duration, increasing time for injury to occur. Striking with the heel first may lead to injuries such as proximal hamstring tendonitis, shin splints, stress fractures, and joint pain in the knee and hip. To correct heel strike and overstriding, runners should focus on landing midsole with their foot directly underneath their body with every step. They should shorten the length of each stride, which will increase their cadence and consequently reduce heel striking. Having a slight forward tilt will give the runner speed and reduce the need to overstride. Next error in form is overpronation. Overpronation can lead to many injuries including Achilles tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, iliotibial band syndrome, and lower back pain. To fix overpronation, do exercises that correct muscle imbalances in the legs. Also, runners can switch to minimalist footwear with thinner soles.
Analysis complete.
That just happened.
Who knew running was so complicated?
Yeah, looks like we need to work more on our running techniques.
Okay, why not let's meet up at the track next Monday to train?
Yeah, good idea. See you there next week.
Guys.